Before I show you this beautiful kick, something just came to mind, man. And like me, I'm on my way to the park to train, and I understand for a lot of people out there, the thought of doing that is just too much. It's too overwhelming because some of you out there are embarrassed. You'll be afraid of putting yourself out there, making mistakes, looking stupid, fumbling, slipping up. In the case of something like skipping, you might not, skip to every beat, you stop here and there. But really, man, what that is that a lot of you need to stop caring like that. Like, a lot of you need to embrace embarrassment, I guess. Like, the potential to be embarrassed shouldn't be something that holds you back from doing things in life, whether that's just simple activities, traveling, going out, just being outgoing. Especially guys, like, sad to say, but we guys have to be outgoing. We have to go out there and get stuff, get what we want. We have to go and hunt. This is something that's untold in today's quote-unquote equality education system. We're all equal, we're all the same. Well, take it from me, man. If you just stay at home, stay in your comfort zone, stay in your bubble, you don't want to go out there, you're kind of embarrassed, you're kind of nervous, insecure, trust me, it's not going to get you anywhere. And this is why I make the series of how to be a better introvert. Be a better introvert. As an introvert myself, as an introvert, you have to be dynamic. You have to know when it's time to put yourself out there. Usually that degree of being held back, holding yourself back like that, is down to, taking things too seriously. Talking about embarrassment. So what if you fumble? So what if you don't do a thing perfectly? So what if you, make a fool of yourself? So what, in the worst case situation, someone laughs at you. People laugh at you, laugh and point at you. So what? Your life's not gonna end. The ground isn't gonna open up and swallow you up. Even if that happens, so what? You know what I mean? That's my mentality. So what? Okay, if the ground opens up and swallows you whole, you die, most likely. So what? Do you get it? So what? Like, I think all of this, all of these talking points is kind of linked to the fear of our own mortality. I mean, we're gonna die, man. We're gonna die. So when you embrace death like that, you understand, look, there's gonna be a point, there's gonna be a time where this is gonna be my last minute on earth, my last hour. If we're even lucky enough to have, if our circumstance is that type of situation where we can actually predict, yes, we're dying. Some people it's instant. So knowing that, look, we're gonna die, we're gonna pass, this is our one shot at it, you start to realize that nothing is that important. No situation is there shouldn't be a situation that should be crippling you, paralyzing you to that degree where you are not even able to go out there and live your life, essentially. So I just really want to put that out there. This is what I think when I go out in public to train. People are gonna watch. I'm gonna throw some lovely kicks. People are gonna watch. I might fall off balance. So what? I might trip up, which is very common in Taekwondo kicking. You're one leg in the air, one leg standing, your balance. So what? People can laugh, they want giggle and smirk. So what? That's the mentality that will help all of us to really unravel our own potentiality, our own true potential, not being held back and basically imprisoned by our own fears and our own doubts. You know what I mean? But anyway. So more or less, the 360 spin kick is perhaps the most hardest kick to perform, and that's largely because of the initial spin that dictates the kick. So pretty much from your fighting stance, again, that is like a walking stance where your feet are split about feet apart. You want to turn your feet clockwise or anti-clockwise based on what side you're facing, based on your stance. So essentially, you want to simultaneously twist your feet clockwise, say from 12 to 6, as well as twist your head as if to look backward over your shoulder. And so that's pretty much the first half of the twist of the 360 spin. And then finally from that half position, you fully rotate all the way around, lifting the counterbalancing knee to give you a little bit of air or a little bit of distance, so you can either kick at long range or kick at a high range. So there's quite a few variations to this kick. Variations meaning adding things onto it. So you can, for example, add a step to the kick. You can add a back kick towards the end, or you can feint the kick and finish off with a back kick. You can do a 360 into a hook kick. I know these names might be foreign to you, but in the future I will go deeper into each kick. But basically, this kick is a surprise attack because there are actually studies that calculate the reaction speed when certain kicks are thrown. And when the 360 spin kick is thrown, the opponent usually reacts slowly because they don't relate to the movement. As professional athletes or just fighters with a lot of experience, you become familiar with certain positionings which will allow you to kind of almost predict what is coming your way. So for the fact that the spin kick is hard to perform and not people have the guts to perform it because there is a massive window for a counter attack on you, this kick will surprise many people, even trained athletes many times. So a big pro for this kick is because of the 360 spin, utilizing the rotation coming from your midsection, your obliques, the abs that are on your side. This becomes one of the most, if not the most powerful kick based on that movement, but a big con again is the fact that you leave yourself quite open to a counter attack. If you don't spin fast enough, you will be quite predictable, easy to spot. If you lose or lack balance, it's easy for you to fall over, tumble over. And if you're flat-footed and your opponent has moved out the way, then you'll be quite static shortly after the initial attack. But still, this is one of my favorite kicks. It takes time to master, but once you've mastered it, you understand when to use it, what moments in a fight, particularly in competition, when you should throw it. And speaking of competition, because of the demands of this technique, it is one of the highest scoring techniques, equal to a head kick. So for example, fighters who lack the flexibility to kick to the head, you can perform this kick and get the same points as kick to the head. So that's quite useful. So that's a 360 spin kick. Let me know your thoughts. If you have any suggestions for what sort of kick you want to see next, let me know. But for now, it's Olu TV out. Peace.